great marijuana. That is the purpose of this meeting, ladies and gentlemen.
Marijuana is referred to as Mary Jane, pot, weed, or tea.
That Michoacan, man, Acapulco Gold, man. I even smoke that tight stick.
We're smoking reefer.
The realest thing smoking on the internet. The Podheads web.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's 420 on another hashtag Weed Wednesday, and you are in the Cypher with the Podheads. I'm your Commander-in-Chief, Frank the Tank, and as always, I'm hanging with my very best bud, JB Perez.
Yeah, what's up? We're the Podheads in the Cypher once again. Man, I don't even know how to say it. We're going through some changes already. Let's get right into it. Where's C Money at, bro?
And then there were two. C Money is, as you can see, usually in the beginning of these episodes, we introduce the Podheads, and we are one man down. And we just wanted to, come right on the beginning and let you guys know what's going on. Unfortunately, C Money has some illness in his family. I believe his stepdad has been diagnosed with cancer.
Fuck cancer, bro.
Yeah, so unfortunately, he's had to move back home to help take care of the old man, which is, very commendable on C Money's part. But, he just didn't have the time to commit to the show because he had to take care of, sick family. So,
understandable. Yeah. 100 times over. Definitely.
C Money will be here waiting for you, man. You will be missed. To everybody else, unfortunately, our sarcastic, if you've had a bone to pick with this guy on social media, if you've ever read something really bad from the Podheads on social media, it was probably him. So there will be a couple small changes, as you can see. We've got the new format, and we're constantly working with that. So just stick with us, folks.
Yeah.
We're riding this till the wheels fall off.
The Podheads, bro, and then there were two, as you say. So we'll keep going. We're still the Podheads at Podheads Web Shows on all the social media platforms.
And don't forget about the website,
Ayo.
thepodheads.com. You can watch all of our latest episodes. We just uploaded some new ones. Ain't that right, JB?
That's right. Without C Money was doing a lot of social media, a lot of the technical work, so that now falls upon me. These fingers, right? Spirit fingers are getting to work. So get to the Podheads, check out our blog, check out our page, check out our store, social media, YouTube, WeTube, the radio station, 102jams.com, and everywhere else we're at. Thank you, because that's why we keep doing it. I love you, C Money. We'll see you. We're here when you come back. But let's get to it, bro. Yeah. Can we do this like we always do?
Today's episode, by the way, folks, while JB lights that guy up there for us, is brought to you by Skywalker OG. And that's what we're smoking today. It's a hybrid that is mostly, I believe, indica based. But we don't want that. But good. It's a very popular strain, and I'm sure that most potheads have smoked some Skywalker. And if you haven't, go and get you some. It's a very mellow high. But it's not put you in the couch. It's not like that.
Definitely not. So that's why I think it's going to be perfect for this show. So thank you, Skywalker OG.
Yeah. I'm a little tired myself, so I need to pick me up. I was just drinking coffee before the episode.
Why are you tired?
I'm on my fitness thing, guys. If you have been following the show, our social media, I just finished up a 12-week workout program. It was actually called Body Beast. And I never heard of it before. My aunt actually gave it to me. Shout out to my aunt, Maria.
Shout out.
She, she's a middle-aged woman who, like most of us, we buy workout DVDs and stuff and never do them.
Yes.
Very true. She offered me, hers that she hadn't done, which was this Body Beast program. And I was like, sure, why not? To be honest with you, I didn't expect to do it myself. But I said, fuck it. I was having a lot of back issues. As you know, I've talked about it on the show. I've had surgery. I've had injections. I've had nerve blocks. Done so much to my back and nothing's helped. So I've decided, fuck, I'm just going to get in shape. If I can strengthen my core, strengthen my back, maybe that'll help a little bit.
And there you go. Now you completed Body Beast. And you don't look, like a beast, like the name would imply. But, being around you for a while now, being here in the Cypher, I can say I've seen you physically. I mean, I don't know if people want to see you with your shirt off, but if you're on your IG, check out, because you did post pictures on your IG, you can see the difference. So, yeah.
I did post, thank you, I appreciate it. I did post before and after pictures, and it was a transformation. It was I think I lost about 17 pounds. I wasn't really intending to lose the weight, but during the last month of this, I really tried to cut down, cut carbs, cut sugar out of my diet, and it worked really good. I mean, I actually got abs back again. I did not turn into this huge beast, but I really cut down and really got some nice shape. All in all, felt great. The best part about it is the endurance, the stamina that I've gained.
Sure.
I'm a pothead. I smoke weed. As you can see, I like to have my fun, but that has nothing to do with your respiratory, your cardio, or your physical fitness. And I'm living proof of it right here now. I'm not no athlete. I don't play for the NFL or the NBA, which it's allowed to smoke weed now for medical purposes. So, studies say, unofficial studies say about 60% of NBA and NFL players smoke weed. And obviously, look at what those guys do. I did a 5K today, as you can see. I'm rocking my medal. I got a little jewelry for
This
you.
guy looked like he was on the stand, on the damn podium or something.
That's how I felt, bro. That's how I felt today.
Oh man! And you attributed this.
To the 12 weeks of conditioning. I wasn't training for a 5K. I just happened to, the opportunity arose to do a 5K. So I said, screw it, I want to test myself. Why not? And I felt great.
I bet.
I ran through it. I felt like I could have done another when it was over and done with. I recorded some videos talking shit while I was doing it, a couple pictures. I felt great. I really felt like $1,000,000. And after 12 weeks of training hard, doing cardio, working out 6 days a week, my body was ready. My attitude was ready. I went out drinking last night, celebrating birthdays. And I woke up, I didn't get done until about 1 in the morning, got up at 6 for the race.
Ew.
And I felt great. I'm pretty tired right now because all that's coming away. But ultimately, it felt like $1,000,000. It's the Autumn 5K. It's part of the 4 Seasons Challenge. They had spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So I'm looking forward to doing the winter one.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. I didn't change my smoking habits. I did adjust my eating habits, right? Cut out a lot of processed foods and stuff that's just bad for you. We've talked about it on the show. Processed foods is a one-way ticket to cancer. If it comes in a box or in a freaking wrapper, which is almost everything these days, it's probably got something in there that'll hurt you in the long run.
5K, 5K is what, 3.2 miles or something like that. So it is a decent amount. I don't think many of us run more than a mile at a time, I would say, especially people who don't really work out like you did. You worked out for 12 weeks every day. So you were up here while the 5K was down here. So you were over. So that's why, that's credit to you, bro. You were ready to go. You should put yourself, maybe do a 10K next time. You know what I mean?
Can we try like a 7K? Is there a 7K?
I don't think there's a 7K. 5K, 10K, okay? 3.2 miles versus 6.5. That's not bad.
Miles.
Didn't you run that in the military?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I could do 6.5 miles. Well, I felt good today.
Body beast. Let's see it, bro. You wearing? Look at his medal. Went on the podium.
Obviously, I'm not rocking it for the whole show, but I did want to show it off because it was cool. My first ever 5K. I'm a city boy. I've never done anything like that, and so it was a good experience. Matter of fact, shout out to Sherry Perry. Sherry Millman, at Sherry Perry on social media. She is a 5K, a race guru. This girl does all of these. I follow her. She's a friend of mine. She's kind of the one that got me motivated, got me into trying it. She's got this rack in her house of medals, of just tons of different 5Ks and longer ones. So,
I would do it too.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, that's pretty damn awesome. So shout out to Sherry Perry on Instagram.
5K.
I saw her today. She was out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just happened to be jogging. She's like, hey. I'm like, oh shit, what up?
Oh, okay. So, look at that.
It's a community. I feel like a total fitness dude.
Are you gonna get a sticker now on the back of your van?
Yeah. I'm gonna buy biker shorts and weird bike helmet.
I'm hating right now because I've
fitness douche.
never ran a 5K in my life. I guess I should. It is something to be happy about. It's an accomplishment. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm reminded of, I don't know where I was going with that.
Well, I compared to the military. Right? I was in the military, and 3 miles in the Marines was the
test,
the
right?
test, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Air Force was 1.5.
Yeah, lucky bastard. Yeah, I felt better today at 35 years old than I probably felt at 19, 20 years old in the Marines doing this. Maybe it was a mindset thing. Maybe
I'm sure.
I never did
absolutely.
cardio like I've done these last 12 weeks, so maybe it's that too.
I read many. I say I read many a story, not really. I've come across a couple of times where it says weight training is just as good for the cardiovascular endurance as just straight running cardiovascular. Yes. Like you can replace one for the other and you'll be all right. So when you weight training, you're actually also training your cardiovascular system.
It's all about your heart rate, right? Keeping your heart rate at that certain level, right?
So take short breaks. You're tired, but take short breaks, keep your heart up,
exactly,
and go a little harder. That's what she said.
But look, I'm no fitness guy. I've always considered myself an athlete. And, because of injuries, I've kind of let myself go. That's what this was all about, trying to get back in shape. But here on the Podheads, we're all about the 420 community. And so we want to promote that look, being a fit stoner is not an oxymoron. This is not something that is really hard to do. And honestly, a lot of you stoner chicks on social media and your bikinis with your fucking muffin tops and your fupas, look, it ain't cute. It ain't cute, sweetheart. I love me a stoner chick, but there's no excuse for walking around in a bikini trying to be cute on Instagram when you got saddlebags. I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
So I'm not trying to be, like now because I'm fit, a douche. I'm just saying, I think it's important to be
body shaming around here,
I'm not body shaming nobody. What I'm saying is, it's important to be
self-aware,
to be healthy, right? No matter whether you're big or small. And if you're a pothead, it's not exclusive, right? Being in shape does not have to do with not smoking weed or anything.
Okay.
Like that, right? I did not change the way I smoked. I still took dabs, still smoked blunts.
I think the better test would have been if you smoked right before you ran. You know what I mean?
I can't smoke. The people that I've seen that can smoke and work out, I never got that. To me, no, I didn't smoke. I did smoke the morning, like probably about 30 minutes before I ran, but I don't think that's probably about closest to as I can get.
If C-Money was here, he would have said, Joe Rogan said, or, I read somewhere that smoking, I love you, C-Money, for real, I miss you, bro. That smoking, at least on the after effect, reduces inflammation, or makes you be able to go longer for whatever reason it is. Mine, personally, it's a mental thing. I feel my muscles burning, right? I just don't quit as early.
Because you're bathed.
Because I'm bathed, you just go. Right. It's not. It's like it's more of a pressure than a pain, but it's still there. I'm very aware of it. But it numbs it. Does weed numb that effect a little bit?
I've heard people tell me that they work out better when they're big.
Okay, there you
or
go.
when they smoke during. So maybe it is.
Maybe not during, but right before. I'm just like, it puts you in a mental state of going a little harder.
Yeah.
It's not any easier, I would say.
For me, I just once I get going, I'm ready anyway.
It affects everybody differently. Everybody different.
Let me give you these facts from Men's Journal. We were talking about this beforehand, and I wanted to, know a little bit of what I'm talking about.
I love the science of marijuana.
But yeah, let's talk a little bit of science. Some weed myths. Some weed myths that most fit people can ignore. Things that people think, happen to you when you're baked, or let me do that again. Urban legends, myths, things like that. They usually tell you to stay away from if you're
stuff that there's no facts behind or science or whatever.
So let me give you this right here. First one. You'll get the munchies and undo your diet. That's the first one everyone thinks about is, weed gives you the munchies, right? And it's going to mess me up. Well, listen, according to a Yale research study, THC, although it does promote hunger, the CBD helps carbohydrate metabolism and fasting insulin, metabolic function, and it actually tends to curb cravings. So according to Janella Chin, a doctor at Yale, she says they work synergistically. So it's like the yin and the yang. Basically,
THC, CBD.
the THC and CBD kind of work against each other. Like, yeah, if you are an anorexia patient who needs to fuel, an appetite, it can help with that. But it's not going to make you
Overweight. Yes,
right?
that's a
If you're
great
full,
point.
You're full.
It's not gonna make you a glutton. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I get the munchies all the time. Okay, but I'm
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
For real, I'm chipping. That's what I'm gonna call it. I'm chipping all the time. So yes, munchies are real, but great. I like it.
Yeah, bro. And here's what it says. One thing according to Josh Axe, a doctor in natural medicine. He says right here, as an athlete accustomed to pushing through pain, you won't suddenly lose that willpower. When somebody is more motivated, such as an athlete, they're going to be more inclined to make better eating decisions while high.
Okay.
Like myself, I told you I cut out carbs and sugar during the last 4 weeks of my workout. Smoking weed didn't make it any harder.
See, I've said it many times on this show. When I die on my tombstone, I'm gonna put this on because I've said it. Weed just makes you more of what you already are. If you make good decisions, you're just gonna make more good decisions. You make bad decisions, you're just gonna make more bad decisions when you're high.
Yeah.
It's just that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's on you. It affects everybody different.
Smoking weed will shackle fit people to the couch, right? People in the couch, right? The indica. All I want to do is smoke weed and play
12
video
weeks?
games. 12 weeks of working out, bro.
You know, right here.
Type A personalities, again, it makes you more who you are, right? According to this study. For many athletes who are type A with personalities, marijuana use won't have too much of an impact on their overall temperaments. The cannabinoids in marijuana, they're chemical compounds in flower that help relax the body, decrease your sympathetic nervous system, which is why weed can chill you out. But it has nothing to do with your mental.
Right, changing who you are. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
So the physical, yes, physically it can help you relax, but so can a fucking sleepy time tea. So can a little bit of lavender. So can a little bit of incense. So can some good music.
That's true.
Warm
That's
bath.
very true.
So if you're a motivator, if you know you got to work out, Maybe don't smoke weed if you know that.
Choices, right? Life is about choices, and weed smoking is a choice, okay? It is. It's over. If you know that you gotta go work out, you best go work out. If you choose not to go work out, and then you go smoke weed, it's not the weed's fault. I'm telling you, it only makes you more who you are. If you make bad decisions, that's not the first time you skipped working out. If that's
exactly.
You know what I mean?
Weed did not make you skip your workout today.
Weed does not make you do anything except chill you the F out, man. Like, come on.
Yes, thank you. Seriously.
The studies are there. I mean.
Oh my God. Here's one that I like. I find particularly interesting. Marijuana has no benefit to fit people beyond getting you high. That's a myth. There's a healthy, active population, such as athletes. Like I said, over 60% estimated NBA and NFL players smoke weed. They use cannabis to help try and relax post-exercise, right? Come down. Weed can help, it's proven scientifically, to reduce muscle spasms, relieve pain, increase oxygenation. Let me say that again.
Hey-o.
Increase oxygenation of the tissues and ligaments. And it acts as a neuroprotectant for contact sports. So it actually helps treat concussions and can help protect your brain from
Come on. God is giving us a damn.
It sounds fake at
the
some point.
manna of heaven here, essentially. And it grows from the ground. I mean, we're making fun, but how many more studies do we need to do? I mean, I want them all. Keep making them until things change. But it doesn't. At worst, it doesn't do anything. That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't hurt you.
It doesn't hurt you.
Yeah.
There's no harm at worst. It only does my eyes, it does better. I mean, we could do this all day. We can argue this. We could talk facts. I don't know.
Yeah.
I love weed.
And I'm not going to go very far into this one. It's a performing enhancing drug. I don't think anybody has ever said we're marijuana. In fact, it might have the ability to do the opposite.
Absolutely.
But again, it depends on you. And unlike cigarettes, smoking weed is not really bad for your health. Look, unlike cigarettes, smoking weed is safe for your health. Not necessarily safe for your health. I mean, smoking...
Anything being smoked is not good for you.
Look, it's far better than smoking tobacco.
Absolutely.
But
anything. Juuls, vaping, all that crap.
Exactly.
Come on.
I mean, if I'm keeping it real, anytime you are burning an object and then inhaling it into your lungs...
It's never good.
You're doing damage. So smoke at your own risk. As much as we love to promote it, I mean, we're not telling you. We're not putting a blunt in your hand. So don't try to sue us, Mom, Karen.
If you're here, we probably would put a blunt in your hand. Science, sure. it is what it is. I mean, the next generations, you know, with social media and the internet, information being able to be, you know, shared from around the world, stories, researchers, all these things being able to be shared and communicated. I think the next generation, maybe the next administration of this country will have different ideas for marijuana. I think they are at least taking it off the schedule. Many times over, they both have said it.
Sure, it'd be nice.
Come on now.
I mean, everybody else is getting on board, both government and private, right? And I mean, sticking with the sports thing, there's some, pretty interesting sports news coming out this week. For one thing, I'm eating a shit sandwich in fantasy football. You know, the update on the Turkey Bowlers.
Yep.
Turkey Bowlers is our fantasy football team. If you haven't heard it on previous episodes. League, excuse me. Yeah, we have a league with friends and family. Big Ace, you know Big Ace. He comes in the Podheads. JB's arch nemesis.
Ooh, I'm playing them this week, or you know, I just played them this week, and yeah, I don't even know.
We don't know yet.
We don't know yet.
And the jury's still out. See Money. I'm actually playing See Money this week. So we got some grudge matches here. Anyway, it's our league, and I don't think I'm going to be undefeated after today, but I'll know later.
Not looking good.
So,
I'm looking pretty healthy, but again, we'll have to see. The Turkey Bowlers, yeah, it's going to be a good season, I think, because there's a lot of points being scored this season. I think already a record has been broken as how many touchdowns. It's like
crazy.
50 points a game, like the average. Like Vegas is always has been paying out the overs for the last 3 weeks. I read it because I'm trying to get paid. I know that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying, like, fantasy football is still making points. You know what I mean? And in our league, it's spread out. It's not one guy and all the injuries, too. So you combine all the injuries and all this scoring.
Well, that's another thing. You know, maybe some of these guys should smoke a little bit more, but it talks about how it can help you from injuries. But that I think they've proven that you need a preseason.
Absolutely.
Right? These guys coming in and trying to play at 100% after not touching a guy in months.
They need to build up to 100%. Yeah, you hit in football practice. But I remember in high school, we being the JV would play the varsity. And the varsity would be like, don't fucking go hard, bro. Don't go hard, bro. This is just practice. You know? So you wouldn't go hard because they don't, you know, they're feeling lazy that day, whatever. So my point is that in practice, you just don't go to that level because you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to hurt somebody else, and it's just not the same. So you go maybe at 50%, 60%, 70%.
Well, that's what they break it up, right? You have 4 weeks of preseason football.
Well, that's I'm building.
And you have one game where you play a couple drives, right? There's your 25%, right? 15%. Then maybe week 2 you play a quarter.
Up to it.
Yeah. So they
25, 50, 75, and then 100%. That's how it should be.
Look, the top 3 guys, Saquon, he's out. You got Christian McCaffrey, my first pick. He's out for at least another 2-3 weeks. So it's not looking good.
Yeah, a lot of people, you know, it is.
But no COVID cases. One COVID case on the Washington Redskins or Washington football team. Had 1 case of COVID on I think a second team receiver or somebody. But
that's
nobody
good.
else tested.
You know what I mean? The percentage is down. Yeah, allowing them to go home and not one person in the last 3 weeks since the football. I mean, kudos to the players, kudos to the NFL for whatever it is they're doing because it feels good to have football
And there's
back.
some crowds. They're bringing.
They're
some crowds
allowing,
back.
you know what I mean?
What do you think about the crowds? Because Phase 3 just opened up
in Florida, right? So
Everything's
full
back to normal now.
capacity.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't like that at all. I'm okay with the fans sporadic 6 feet because COVID's still around, people. I'm okay with it the way it is right now. You sit over there, you sit over there. If I have to pay for this ticket a little bit more, it is what it is. I pay for it because I understand the situation.
Sure.
Florida, on the other hand, allowing 30,000 people, however many people are in these stadiums, is not a good idea at all. So we'll see if that hinders football. Can the team decide how many people? I have to believe that the team is able to have that power to limit how many people in their stadium, even if the Florida says you can have as many as you want.
Sure.
I'm hoping Tampa, Miami, and Jacksonville, come on, like.
Yeah, you gotta play
risk
err
it,
on the
bro.
side of safety.
Don't
Definitely
risk
err on the
it.
side
Don't
of
risk
safety.
like
I
it the way
wouldn't
it is.
mind. One thing that a lot of people have talked about is the crowds versus empty arena in UFC, and we just had an
And
epic
we love it.
UFC.
Yes.
right? The UFC event everybody had been waiting for all year. Adesanya versus Costa. That night was full of upsets.
Right.
I mean, even the light heavyweight fight with Ray.
I didn't see that
I don't
coming.
think
I think
anybody-
100% of the analysts that I looked at said he was going to lose. And yeah, bro, the dude
Jan
is
knocked him the
powerful.
hell out, yeah.
He is a very powerful and somewhat very technical striker because he put those punches to work.
Yeah.
And he, without John Jones being in the picture, if this is not a rematch, who's gonna have Blachowicz? I forgot his name.
Jan Blachowicz, something like that.
We don't mean disrespect because we're a fan. Because again, dude looks strong, looks technical. His
Unbelievable.
career started very slow, so no one knew who he was. But he's ran through like 5 top.
I think he started off 0-4 or something like that, or
right?
lost 4 of his first 5 matches, something like that. And that's the one thing I love about the UFC is that, unlike boxing, you can have a bad run. You can start. There's almost nobody with perfect records, and now only a few, even one less guy with a perfect record in MMA. But there's very few of them, and I love the fact that you can have a guy like Jan start 0-4 or something like that, and now be the light heavyweight champion
In the
That's
UFC,
awesome.
in the best, yeah, absolutely. And on the flip side of that, credit to John Jones because he ran through 10
For over a
years
decade, yeah.
through the world's best. So
Yeah.
on the flip side, yeah, big ups to John Jones. He's going to heavyweight. We'll see what that looks like. I would like to see John Blachowicz. I fucking messed it up. I would like to see him, John Jones.
Yeah.
What I just saw, I would like to see against John Jones because he looked strong. He looked accurate. He looked like he was coming forward. He's not going to do what your boy Costa did.
Costa froze like a deer in the headlights. He got in front of Adesanya, and I think that he, like I told you earlier, I think he realized Adesanya was a lot bigger than he expected. The whole time leading up to the fight, he was talking about how small he was and how he was going to break him in half and how skinny he was. Then he walked in to a guy who was 6'4", 184 pounds, only a pound smaller than him, and now you know what I mean? And, I don't think Costa was intimidated in a sense, like scared, but I think that it threw him and he wasn't able to.
You couldn't reach either. The distance was probably a little bit too far.
Yeah, Adesanya's a beast, bro.
He proved it. He was absolutely perfect. Costa's
Those leg shots, did you hear
shot,
that?
every single one. That's why I love
like the no crowd.
crowds.
That's what
because the imagery matched the audio, and it was
like just
pop. And Costa, bro, the poker face, the analyst said it, bro, the poker face, he showed no pain at all. But I'm telling you haven't seen it.
Dude.
Spoiler alert, that leg, I bet you today is hematoma. It's black and blue, could probably be drained, and he's not walking for at least 2 months straight. He's probably not fighting for a year. And you know what? Absolutely.
Really?
Maybe not that, but maybe I'm over emphasizing the damn leg kicks. Look at the video, look at the pictures, look at the sound. And you know what? When I saw that happening, I knew instantly the fight was over. I knew that Costa was not going to be able to do anything against Adesanya because he just took him and took him and didn't do anything back.
Round.
His whole plan, like, what happened to the game plan?
I hate fights that lead up to that. I wanted
know.
so much more.
Could have been epic, right? Could have been what we expected. Costa was supposed to bull rush him, and Adesanya, we were gonna find out what he was made of.
Altering styles. Everybody loves
makes
the
fights.
story. Everybody loves the story.
Maybe not this one.
Of yin versus yang, the alternate styles. But it's really not that. It's people whose styles complement one another have better fights. What are the most exciting fights? Two guys standing up fighting,
true.
or two wrestlers on the ground, two BJJ guys, fighting for position and submission. Those are the exciting fights. There's nothing exciting about watching a technical striker keep a freaking brawler at distance for 5 rounds. You know what I mean? And that's what happened with Yoel Romero and Adesanya, they call it boring, and it was really because Romero didn't do anything. But even still, I think that call me crazy, but I think that this Gaethje Nurmagomedov fight's not going to be that hot.
What are you expecting?
You got a striker
fight?
versus a wrestler.
Gaethje's a wrestler. I've spoken to you about this before. He is a wrestler. He is able to handle himself on the ground, and I expect him to get out and up. I actually expect him to be able to maybe even flip positions. Now, Nurmagomedov is a goddamn bear, okay, on the ground.
Yeah,
okay, he's a bear. He's very heavy.
Yeah.
I think Gaethje can get out of that situation and keep it up.
Okay.
Is he a better striker than Conor McGregor? I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. It looks like he hits hard as shit.
He is so dangerous,
It's like
bro.
when he hits you, it hurts.
Yeah, it's like
I tell you what, I don't know if I'd rather get punched in the face by one of these guys or leg kicked by Adesanya.
My goodness.
Some of those leg kicks are really
I would
violent.
cry
dude.
instantly.
Give me some weed right after. Just
Oh my god.
That's why I love
would
the
probably
Diaz
want to
brothers,
get
yeah.
punched in the face.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Take the
I
punch?
feel like I have.
Oh.
I feel. With gloves, hopefully, right? And a mouth guard. I feel like I have protection up here. I could literally never walk the same if I
ACL
just
with one
blow it out of my leg.
Roundhouse.
Yeah. I mean, I might get concussed and never be able to walk, speak again if I get punched. Yes. Who knows?
I don't know. Do they allow UFC?
So if C Money was here, he would tell you that you can't smoke the week of.
Okay.
You cannot smoke the week of because you get tested. I don't know how the levels are because some people still have THC in the system.
Openly smokes, right? Has been so
he's able.
Rules, you just can't pop.
You just can't pop on a week, a week of competition, on a week of competition test, and there you go. So that's the idea. Okay. So I bet you many UFC do and will continue to smoke weed. But I saw a report recently that one did get popped for marijuana.
Really?
So they are testing for it. So
I would like to look at the numbers on domestic violence cases in sports. Maybe 20 years ago, before weed started getting a lot more lax and sports affiliates had allowed. I would like to look at those numbers and see if they've decreased at all. Because I just got to imagine, I remember in the 90s just hearing always about some guy, even in the early 2000s, some guy and his domestic violence and this, that, and the third. Nowadays, you don't even hear. I remember even Mayweather had his little domestic violence.
Very true.
Now, since kind of weed has been back in the last decade or so, and even certain agencies are promoting the use of it outside of work, right? I would gather say that it had to have helped at least something. I mean, maybe I sound ignorant even saying this, but as a fighter, as a football player, as a competitor, it's hard to turn that off for some people. You see videos all the times of guys getting in trouble because they're letting their temper get the best of them. But I gotta believe that weed has definitely managed to keep a guy from losing his shit, or even a female, from committing acts of domestic violence.
Many times over. I mean, everybody who smokes weed knows it is a relaxant of some kind. It chills you the fuck out. I mean, there's nothing else to say. That it makes you stop and think a little bit rather than just act on your emotions when you're high. It's just the truth, at least for me.
That shit doesn't bother you as much.
That's true. You
laugh
care a little bit
yeah.
less. I had a girlfriend one time, and we broke up because of that.
Yeah?
Because I told her straight up, when I smoke weed, I care a little bit less, and she could not have that. You know what I mean? I just told her the truth. I'm trying to be honest, man. Me, what I say
Just
what I
don't
mean.
bother me when I'm high.
Come on.
Don't argue with me. You ever have a girl pick a fight with you?
Yes, that's not fair.
I've been around all day.
Not fair.
You take now when I decide to sit down and smoke a joint to come and talk to me about this? I
hate it.
Blow my shit, man.
Yeah,
Get out of
blow
here.
my shit, and I'm gonna tell you what you won't hear. Maybe not what you won't hear, but you're not gonna like it. You might not like it.
Yeah.
It was like she asked me what scale she was on, the 1 to 10 scale. I said she was a 7, and she did not like that.
She wasn't happy with a 7?
I think I'm a 7, and I felt like,
above average?
It's a 7. It's above 5.
Come on, man. We can't all be down.
I was just being honest. I'm just saying. Anyways, I love you. Where are we going? We probably got about 10 minutes or so.
So we covered MMA.
Yup.
We covered marijuana and sports.
Weed is not what's the word? It's not an enhancer, right? It's not a performance enhancer. If you're using that as the quota or the reason why it's not allowed in sports, get over yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to that point, injuries, we want to keep these football players on the field, right? Isn't that the NFL's #1 priority? Safety, keep them on the field. I guarantee you marijuana helps. It doesn't tip on this side, it tips on the positive side. So, come on. What are we waiting for?
We need Wakanda-based technology, like these suits we were talking about, like nano suits under the pads, bro. The first company to develop some kind of brace that will keep you from tearing an ACL. I don't know how that's possible, but that will be a very rich company, rich person. I mean, it's every year. Multiple times. I cannot remember the last time I did not, at least the last month of a football season that I didn't hear about somebody tearing an ACL. Bro. It's crazy.
I imagine, I think the ACL is an internal thing, so it's how the user kind of plans.
I never heard of the ACL before football. Before I became a fan of football, I never heard of the ACL.
And an MCL, there's 2 of them. Yeah. You can break both of them, one of them, the other one, and you're still F.
Jeez, yeah.
So I imagine this suit being able to not be able to the ACL. It's about, in my mind, about absorption of energy, right? So they're gonna put these suits where you're gonna be able to run and launch yourself, right? And smash, football 2020.
You hit somebody and
it just absorbs Wakanda technology where it
Wakanda,
dissipates all of it. So you're going to see these massive hits. This is going to pop up
just get up.
like da-da-da-da-da. It's not going to maybe, the ACL is inside, you know what I mean? So that's on the user, so you might still have the ACL. Sure. But as far as concussions, as far as breaking bones, absolutely. You're going to see people trying to jump in the air, just yes. Blitz, you remember Blitz?
Yes.
Blitz,
NFL
bro. It
Blitz
will. I promise you.
bro.
I promise you it'll happen because that's
so you
just
think as
the next
technology
generation.
Gets better,
yes.
Football will get more violent?
Absolutely, because it'll become more safer. Absolutely. Right now it's in a weird situation because now it's protecting the quarterback. We like the points, but because the technology, look at the concussion. Look at the concussions. There are still head hits, and concussions are wear downs. The helmets are the best helmets there's ever been in the history of helmets.
But there's rules against leading with your head.
Okay, but when it happens, the technology has
it's better.
Sufficiently,
definitely better.
Definitely better. So just follow that line of technology to the pads. The pads are almost skin tight. Okay?
Yeah.
Make it a full body. Make it so that the joints don't flip over, breaking bones.
Plastic suit of
Fuck
armor.
the A's, yes.
Yeah.
that, but with the agility of not having the incumbents of pads. Imagine just you yourself being able to do the monster things you can do. Run as fast as you can.
Suits.
Just basically like Tron suit, pretty much.
That'd be interesting. I saw a post the other day that spoke about like Monday Night Football commercial, like their highlight commercial. They're like their entrance, the intro for Monday Night Football from like 1991 was like completely illegal today. It was like every single highlight was like a straight up suspension. Like it was like, yeah, watching a fucking quarterback get clothesline, somebody get stomped. Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
Bro, straight up suplex. NFL.
This is
Lawrence Taylor do lines off a stripper, off of cheerleaders in the fucking background.
Yeah, drop kicks. Yeah, back in the day, football was violence.
Yeah.
Hence all the CTE, stories and things we know now because they're all dead and barely alive. A lot of them are vegetables these days, bro. Can barely handle themselves.
Yeah.
And it's super sad is because they took those massive and those helmets weren't these helmets. Those helmets were in plastic with a bubble inside, bro.
That's true.
Your rain.
Some bubble wrap. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And even you see that in wrestlers, you see that in boxers. And of course, like as technology has gotten better, right? You haven't really heard of too many cases like Muhammad Ali, right? So, and that could have, some people say that, Parkinson's, right? That could have been genetic. But
that didn't help.
No, I
mean, no offense. I'm a big fan, but
I think,
it definitely didn't
Yeah,
help.
the technology, the padding, the gloves. What do you think about this bare knuckle boxing? Bare knuckle boxing is making a comeback. How is that?
How is that legal, right? Yeah, like
what?
I don't know. A lot of old UFC big names apparently have been signing into like Frank Mir. I think I saw just recently sign the hottie chick that see money likes.
Yeah,
whatever her name, whatever. Not even her. That's not who it is.
No?
It's some other chick.
Okay.
Yeah, some white chick. She signed with him.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if getting punched by a knuckle is easier to take. Or no, it's not.
I don't know, dude.
Sometimes I think when you get wraps, right, and then you put a hard glove on it, bro, you're taking all of that force. Like there's mass there.
Sure, but I'm just.
It doesn't break.
It's the cutting.
The
bone against bone that I'm concerned about.
Yeah.
In bare knuckle, yeah.
So all right. So our commissions are around this stuff because I can't imagine once the first cut happens, the fight's got to be over, right?
It's like back, right? I don't think it's their first blood matches.
That would actually be pretty awesome.
That would be pretty awesome.
First one to bleed is done.
Yeah. But I
don't know. I haven't seen any of them
I got to do
yet.
some research on bare knuckle boxing. But goddamn, like you gotta be.
I'm probably gonna watch.
Right? Yeah. Are you interested? This is not kick. Is it kicking and all this?
I would assume it's bare knuckle boxing.
Just straight
up a fight. Backyard. Backyard brawls back in the day.
It's like Masvidal game. Yeah, like.
I watch those videos in the backyard. Now they're just making it in a ring and making some money. I think we're gonna see more knockouts, more blood, but less longer fights. Like again, I don't see this going to any. It's like TKO first blood. Like I feel like that's the thing.
But see, for me, it's gratuitous violence. What's the point? Like, does it take much skill to go in there and just throw hands? Like, there's boxing, there's MMA. So what is really the appeal behind bare knuckle? Is it showing? Is it an exposition of skill?
No, it is
not
definitely
really.
not.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's violence.
I just said a lot of
for the sake of watching people bleed.
Exactly. A lot of UFC fighters are signing because they couldn't cut it in the UFC. So what are they doing for the money? I bet you there's money there. There is a lot of populace in the whole world who enjoys that gratuitous blood. And I mean, I'm not necessarily hate to admit it, but I guess I agree. I mean, you're absolutely right. It is just senseless violence, very Roman of us. America's the fall of Rome. Here we go, America. Now we're allowing bare knuckle boxing. John McCain would be spinning in his freaking urn right now. I say his name because he was a big fighter against UFC, bro. He hated the UFC.
Wow.
So, yeah, we'll see. Again, I'll probably end up watching a fight or two, but I think it's exactly your point. We're very Rome, bro. We're very Roman.
Yeah.
Death. So, go ahead. I mean, I guess
go
we're
ahead.
close to, we're almost done here.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, what's the next evolution of that if we continue allowing that stuff? Maybe to the death.
I say they need to bring back the
Prisoners.
Roman pits. Like at least have some man fighting animals, some swords, some spears.
Pedophiles,
Test your
maybe.
metal.
You know what I mean?
Pedophile. Wow, right?
Throw a pedophile in there. If you win, we ship you off to an island of pedophiles, and we won't fuck with you over there. But you stay in the island. You know what I mean?
It's kind of cinematic. There's like a derivative of some movies.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad idea, to be quite honest.
Send all the pedos to Sex Island. I don't know.
That's how
Murder
Australia started. It was an island for a bunch of prisoners. So
Island. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if that fly today, but yeah, I don't think
bare knuckle fighting does.
Right, it's crazy because as I was saying that I think as we were becoming, I don't know, man. 2020 has been a weird year, right? And at one point, I remember us talking about how sissified we've gotten, right? And how PC we've gotten. And now it's like, oh my God, fucking bare knuckle boxing and fucking
Fuck it.
Donald Trump with his shirt off.
Fuck it. We
and
become
Rocky,
so
yeah.
numb. We want.
Like,
it's
we're
just
ready
like
to-
nothing bothers us anymore.
Shoot 'em up,
bro.
yeah, let's rock.
A
We're-
dead person there, rioting over there, someone drowning over there, blood, bare knuckles over there. I mean, we have become so desensitized. I mean, I guess I admit a little bit too. Like, I just keep scrolling. Like, it's fucking ridiculous how much it is in this world.
No, I don't think I would be able to. I don't think I'd be able to like function honestly, like deal with all the things because, you know, admittedly I have anxiety, you know, so little things tend to get to me, you know. Just I tend to like let a lot roll off my back, but it's hard for me to let things go. So what happens is the things that I don't let affect me at that exact moment, it stores, it stays, you know. And and let me tell you, there's so much going on. I remember even before I started smoking, I was, you know, I had to stop watching the news because the news was really causing me to be angry. And I would wake up in the morning and I'm like arguing with the TV, you know, talking about, oh, that's freaking bullshit, you know, this, that, and the third. So, you know, weed has definitely, bringing it full circle, has definitely been a help in that aspect of my life, physically, emotionally, mentally. So 100% advocate, smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day. Big ups to weed and the advocates who do it. I think the next generation, the next administration, whatever, we're changing and coming. Technology's changing, sports is changing, weed is changing. The train has left the station and it's not coming back. So with that, bro, let's get out of here. The Podheads web show. Big ups to C Money, bro. Again, we miss you, bro. We love you. At Podheads Web Show, YouTube, WeTube, 102gems.com.
Still Waves Radio, Rock 100 DIZ.
Yep.
Definitely WJHM 102 James. Thepodheads.com, guys.
Definitely.
Check us out. Yep. Stay tuned for more episodes, man. Let us know how you feel. We want to communicate with you. Reach out to us on social media at Podheads Web Show. And what do you want to see more of? What do you want to hear more of? We're going to get into some interesting things, right? I'm thinking next episode, we might play around with some bongs.
Definitely.
We might have to take one-on-one and some MacGyver challenge. So definitely stay tuned, yeah.
Now that it's just the two of us, you know, and Florida hey, I like it. We can make it if we try. Florida, phase 3, it's open. So now the Podheads have an incentive to go out there. I'll be safe with my mask on, but now the Podheads should get out there. We'll get out there.
Yeah.
The people want us out there.
Their neighborhood near you.
Wait for us, At the Podheads web show. Yeah, brother. Till next time.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Peace.